Hey guys, Josh here to let you know that InterBrews now has a Patreon page. That's right, you can lend your support to the podcast that's been going 7 years strong, bringing you the best and brightest of the craft beer scene here in Houston and beyond. And as a bonus, as a Patreon subscriber, you can get exclusive episodes of the show. That's right, we'll be doing some special interviews and episodes just for you, our supporters. So thank you so much. If you've loved the show, which I hope that is you if you're listening, then head on over to patreon.com/interbrews or interbrews.com/Patreon or anywhere you see the link. Head on over and lend us your support so that we can keep bringing you the show and make it bigger and better than ever. We appreciate it. Now, on to the show.
The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
This is InterBrews.
Hey everybody, welcome to InterBrews. Josh here with Bruce from Fire Ant in Tomball.
Yeah.
First of all, congratulations on your brewery.
Thank you.
I'm going to state the obvious, visually stunning. It is a beautiful, beautiful location, beautiful facility, all your craftsmanship.
Yep.
I cyber-stalked you guys, I think the entire time y'all were building. Of everything in here, what is handcrafted? What are those hands right there at the end of your arms? What all did they build?
Well, we built all these tables. So all the tables, all the booths, the bar, pretty much everything, other than we didn't lay brick on the wall.
Yeah.
Somebody else did. But we did all the inlays for, all the pictures and doors behind the booths and stuff. So yeah, pretty much everything we did.
So I have to ask, obviously brewing is a craft.
Yes.
Construction or making table, this is a craft. What's your background?
Well, I do IT work, but one of the partners, Carl, is he's a craftsman. That's what he does, woodwork. So he's the one that makes everything happen.
Okay.
And stuff. I'm fairly handy myself, so we kind of worked on it and stuff. Everybody put their hands on it. So everybody was sanding, doing something at some point. A lot of tables to build.
Well, I'll say from a beer fan, an impatient beer fan, wanting to try new beers and everything, you took your time, and because I remember, every day looking at Facebook and seeing the post each day. It's like, when y'all got open was always somewhere in that post. Somebody would ask.
Yes.
You probably got tired of answering that question, I bet. But well worth the wait. The big heavy sign out here, that was a cool one to watch when y'all were using the ropes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm not sure safety-wise that was the way to go, but it got the job done. So.
How much does that sign weigh?
I don't know. I don't know that he actually put a weight to it, but I'm sure you're probably around between 2.5.
Yeah. It's hefty.
It is. It's a nice sign. So
I mean that as a compliment. Everything here has heft and realness to it.
Yes.
There's no faux anything.
Yep. That's not what we wanted. It was, the building outside was, turned out remarkable.
Yeah.
So we wanted to bring that feel inside.
Yes. Okay, so I have to ask, this building, it looks like you're going to have a neighbor next door.
Yep.
There's a sign up.
Yep.
How many businesses are going to be in this building?
Well, you have 2 on that side. There's 3 more down here.
Okay.
On it. So those 2 are leased. These 2 are still up in the air.
Okay.
And stuff on them. So
Cool.
Or 3. There's a restaurant on the far end on Cherry. So
okay. So everybody, downtown Tomball, most people listening to this podcast know where Tomball is.
Good.
I hope. But downtown Tomball, I don't know if you'd call it a renaissance, but it's it's just Tomball. Tomball's been out here kind of by itself for a while, and the city kind of came out to it, Houston, with 249 getting built out in 99, and even 2920 is a pretty major road. It's kind of small town butts up to the big city.
Yes.
But Tomball has not lost its small town appeal. I don't think at all.
They've done a great job of keeping it,
Yeah.
within the city, in the old. This is the old town Tomball. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Tomball reaches down to 49,
Yes.
technically speaking. But this is definitely the downtown Tomball, the heart of it, especially for the German Heritage Festival,
Yes.
things like that.
Yes.
So you're right in the middle of it. That was when we came through last time, when there come my even later buddies, Mike and Schomburg, come walking in. And we'll just leave them locked out and just laugh at them.
Yeah.
it was everybody walking by was peering in. I even came. You were up on a ladder. You probably don't remember this.
Yeah.
You were busy. Hey guys, we had to get started without you. It's okay. Yeah. Well, we'll get into that later. But anyway, when I came by, you were up on a ladder. I think you were doing HVAC work or something along those lines.
Could have been doing a little bit of anything. Yeah.
But I was like, Bruce, hey. And you're like, you had something like you were up high, like 25, 30 feet in the air with something over your head. And you're like, who is this idiot yelling at me to say hi? It's like, I do a podcast and I just wanted to say hi. And Chris, I was saying that Bruce was hard at work last time I came by. You can talk into that mic, but there's not a... No, I won't do. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. It's fine. But anyway, I was just talking about they hand-built all these tables, the bar, the outdoor concrete bar that goes along the sidewalk. That's a really cool spot. All of it out, the big sign out there, 250 pounds, Somberg, 250 pounds. And they pulled it into place with ropes. It was like old school, like barn raising type.
That's it.
All right, so let's get into beer. Where did beer come from? If you're in IT.
Well, our brewmaster, Kurt, he's been brewing for 20 plus years.
Okay.
He started brewing back before you could get craft beer around here.
Yeah.
So you didn't have a lot. So
okay.
I think he had a friend overseas that mentioned some great beer. So so he started brewing. So he, well, from what he says, brewed a lot of bad beers, and so you kind of progress on it. So I started with him about 8 years ago.
Okay.
And it's really, we were brewing, taking it out to the Texans game. So we had a tailgate out there. So we'd out there been giving beer away for way too many years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and stuff. So
8 years. I mean, 20 is forever
Yes.
in beer life. I mean, forever. I mean, that's literally before craft beer was even like people were like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't really know. 8 years is forever too. 8 years is a very long time. What is your wheelhouse as far as like what you enjoy drinking the most?
Oh, me? Now, see, I'm all over the board.
Okay.
I can go from one end to the other. I enjoy the dark side on it, but I love our light beers. I mean, they all have a place.
Yes.
I like an IPA.
Yeah.
I'm not a crazy, heavy hopped IPA, so ours are a little more balanced.
So I got the chance to come with the family and try the Reuben Schomburg.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So when I say the word now that I've said it, there's a part in my brain that triggers, like I'll have to have a Reuben in the next 2 or 3 days with a porter. Like porter and Reuben are the perfect combination. And your porter is fantastic.
Yeah, thanks.
Fantastic. I mean, I don't know, I was sitting there thinking when I was drinking, I was like, I don't remember like enjoying porter to this level. But there's something, porters are it's a great style, but yours was just on point. It didn't delve too far into stout land, and it was just right where a porter should be.
Good.
I look at the tap wall over there, and I'm not going to count them all, but how many, you've got a lot of beers on tap.
We have 15 signature series that'll be on tap all the time.
It's a lot of beers.
Yeah. Then we have 3 seasonals, so.
Okay.
So we've got our Oktoberfest is still on there. We brewed quite a bit of it. The pumpkin's been there and gone, so it went pretty fast. Surprisingly, people love that pumpkin.
The Mike was here the other day.
Did you get some pumpkin? Yeah, So it was awesome. And then we'll have our winter beer coming in, our Stark beer, which is American Strong Ale. So that'll be coming first part of December. So time for the festival.
Yeah, that's great. American Strong. Okay, so that's like English type origin, like big malty, I'm guessing.
Well, everything we do is malty. I mean, that's his style. It's malty and stuff. So I mean, it's a very smooth strong ale. So
what's the ABV on it?
I think that one is running right around 7 3/4. So
okay.
None of ours are heavy. I mean, we're not into the high alcohol content.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Big flavor, though.
Yes, full of flavor.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks. Good job, Mike. Stark beer. Where did the name, is that the actual style, or is that?
No, the Stark is just because it's American Strong Ale, so, a Stark beer is a name for it. So
gotcha. Okay, cool. All right.
Do with Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh,
Stark.
No. Winner.
Stark.
Yeah.
It's coming, though, right?
Indeed.
Let's see, what have I not? Oh, so my wife tried the double IPA, the Belgian double IPA.
Double warning there. Yep.
That's, I don't think I've had a double Belgian IPA. I've had a Belgian IPA before. With your, I mean, of course, you've got the full spectrum on styles, but was it just we wanted to provide a little bit of everything? Or are these all styles?
when we got decided we were really going to do this thing, I mean, we spent probably 3 years just developing a line of beers.
Okay.
You know, you get some, and then you're always, well, you know, we want to make this style, we want to make that style, and before you knew, we had 15 different beers, and at that point, we just said, whoa, we just got to stop because we got that many and 2 seasonals. We can't do any more. There's probably a couple other ones we'll do maybe in the future, but you know, right now it's been amazing since we opened. It's the demand has been crazy, so now it's kind of figuring out how to keep up.
Have you kept a poll on like how many people are like from Tomball versus outside of Tomball?
Well, it's hard. We talk to people, but you know, I don't know that there is a ton of people from Tomball, but we make draw from the Woodlands, you know, Spring, Cypress.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when I talk to people, I always ask them where they're from, but big percentage of is in Tomball.
That's cool.
Regulars. I mean, they're regulars. You see them just 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
Which is good.
That's good. I'm glad Tomball's picking up the love for craft.
Yeah.
That's good. Tomball deserves good beer.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's one of those things where when we were talking about my drive to work, it used to be right through down the heart of Tomball, and I don't know. I just always thought this would be a good place for a brewery.
Yeah, so that was our thoughts.
Yeah.
Why do you got a German town? You don't have a brewery.
Right.
So there you go.
Right.
It was always Tomball for us. So.
Or you live in Tomball?
I don't live in city, but yeah, live Tomball city, I guess, or in Tomball area. Yeah.
Okay.
We're down by Spring Cypress, so.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, but still not just right there.
Yep, on the road.
Where did you grow up around here?
I grew up. I grew up over off by Champions, 1960 Champions area. But as an adult, I've pretty much been in Tomball.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's great. That's good stuff for Tomball. But yeah. As far as like things like the German Heritage Festival and then the Holiday Festival and stuff like that they do, have you had much talk with the I don't know, is there a mayor of Tomball?
Well, there's the mayor, but Tomball doesn't physically put that on. It's the German Sister Cities is the organization that puts it on. So they've been great to us. I mean, we've been 4 years in the festival on Fridays. I mean, sure, if you're following us, you knew we were. And no matter how much you posted, we're here Friday only. Saturday, I get people, where are you at? You're there? Well, yeah. So, I mean, at that point, we were just on our little pilot system.
Yeah.
And, you know, at that point, it was tough to get enough just to do a festival, you know, on a Friday night. And that's just 4 hours. So, but, you know, we stayed pretty much packed.
Yeah.
You know, hey, a free beer, people come out and hang out. You know?
It's amazing how that happens, right?
Free beer stuff. So, yeah, they always let us in on it. I know the people who hold the festival, you know, that hold the liquor license, they weren't all crazy about somebody giving away free beer, but, you know, they said, yeah, they're just there Friday. So for 4 years, 2 festivals, that's about 8 festivals that we participated in.
It's packed.
Yeah.
It is packed. Have you ever been to the German Heritage? They shuttle people in from around, like the big parking lots and stuff. It's this whole area is shut.
It's packed.
Everything out here is shut down.
This whole road from one end to the other is closed, and they go to the side streets, and they've encompassed this parking lot over here as well. So
it's a party. It's a big party.
It's a nice festival.
So how big is your system? I'm looking through. The cool thing about sitting in the tap room, you can look through the window and see the brew house and everything.
Yeah.
So
it's a 5-barrel.
5 barrels.
5-barrel system.
And how many fermenters do you have?
We have 10 fermenters that we can have a beer in, and then one in the bright, and we have 12 tanks total, but one of them's a cold liquor tank, so we use that for chilling the wort.
Okay. Yeah, watching you would post every time you got. Did y'all hang like the glycol system and all that stuff? You did all that yourself?
Put all the glycol. Yeah, put everything in.
I mean, did it come with like an instruction kit on how did you figure out? I mean, I look at that.
Well, I spent 4 years putting this thing together. So you know, researching. Spent a lot of time going to breweries and just looking around. But you know, it's getting the system sized right. You know, is the key thing.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have it sized right. You know, right size pipe. So you know, I mean, I had a lot of people do analysis on it. So you know, you take their stuff, you work a little bit, and you know, because you're always changing tank configurations and the amount of tanks. So so I mean, just spend a little time, and I did CAD for about 12 years. So so it was easy enough for me to draw it, and I mean, I had
Okay.
everything scoped out, all the parts and pieces, and
So when it was ready to actually do it, you'd already played it in your head.
oh yeah,
Dozens of
multiple times.
Yeah. That's cool. So from the time you decided, well, how you said 3 years you've been.
Well, we started before we actually started. We started putting our beers together, and brewing them. So it's not just about brewing a beer once; it's about replicating that beer. So you got to have the right data. So you brew, you take gravities at different times during the brewing process, so that you know that you're where you need to be, when you do expand up. And most people, when they go from their pilot system to a big system, it's a total change of equipment. So sizing up sometimes becomes a little difficult. Our system is basically the same system we use for the small one. It's just the bigger one. So of course you're always nervous about sizing.
Yeah.
But sizing went awesome.
The size does matter. Let's be honest.
Yes, yeah. So when you size up, it actually went awesome, and everything went great. Actually, we feel like the beers got better, but
Yeah.
so.
What do you think caused them? Why do you think? I mean, was it just?
Well, some of it we changed grain. We went to all German grain. So for your base malt, rather than using a 2-row, which is just a basic malt, we started using Pilsner. So
Okay.
yeah,
Matters.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's a.
So, all right. So, what are the plans? I mean, I know you just opened, and let me pay a compliment to the wait staff and everybody here on the restaurant side. We haven't talked about that. Shamar, I don't know if you've looked at any of the menu. You may have perused the menu. The food was fantastic. What else did we have? We had the
Kitchen over here?
Kitchen, right
kitchen.
back here.
Would you know the kitchen if you saw it, Mike? Mike doesn't exactly. He
He
keeps.
made breakfast this morning. You just telling me.
Oh wow, good for you. Man.
It goes over here.
Let's see. We had the pretzel. What else did we have? Mac and cheese.
Chili cheese.
Did we do the brat board? We might have done the brat board. But of course, I had the Reuben, and then Kelly had the pimento cheeseburger.
Oh, that's an awesome.
Yeah. The girls had. I think we had some mini corn dogs thrown out there. I mean, because why not?
A smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord. Yes, this is what.
you will.
Yeah, the German. Yeah, I get that. What was I going to ask? Oh, the whole staff for the restaurant kitchen, because that's a whole nother animal.
Yes.
Like completely. Like, you're talking about how long you've been thinking about beer. Like,
Yes.
Like food and like ordering enough and the right amounts of things on the menu and all that.
That's our chef. We got blessed with an awesome chef.
Yeah.
We found him, and he was looking for a place just like this where he could do his own thing. So
What's
the
your
menu
chef's
is
name?
his, Jay.
Okay.
Yeah, Jay Stone. So he does an awesome job. We definitely got blessed with him.
Yeah. Well, and then everybody that was, the servers and everything else, they were on top of everything.
Good.
Which you don't get that everywhere you go. Like, especially, and this was like the first weekend or
Yeah.
the second week or whatever. So you're like, all right, let's see how, because everybody's still feeling everything
Yes.
out and the flow of everything and where everybody's supposed to be at what time. Man, it went great. And
We've got a good staff.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the outside bar and the inside bar, which is ingenious.
Yes.
Huh? And yes, the balcony. There's not a bar up there.
No.
But I'm saying, yes, the balcony's cool to look over, Cherry Street and everything. But to have the bar outside and you're sitting
Yes.
outside watching a game or with the weather the way it's been here lately, that's pretty awesome.
Well, it was strategically planned, so our cooler is right behind there and right behind the outside bar.
Okay,
So
yeah.
So the beer just stays in the cold, and
Yeah.
it's just cold when it comes out the tap. So.
Yeah, but it's almost two completely different experiences.
It is. Actually, once we got open, we realized that this is its own little entity inside.
Yeah.
And the outside is a separate
Yes.
entity. It really is.
Yeah.
It's a different feel. It's a different atmosphere on it. So yeah, we quickly realized that it wasn't just a pub. It was two separate locations. So.
Yeah, and it's
The people are probably totally different, right?
yeah. We were watching a Texans game, and this was after it was the fourth or fifth game, so we started having a good season.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
is blowing my mind. I'm still in the we lost our first three. It's over.
Sure.
Yeah,
What are they
yeah,
like 90%
exactly.
chance you'll miss the playoffs? Now it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna go like
It
under.
could happen.
Oh yeah, I think we'll
Yeah.
into the division.
I think yeah, good. As long as they stay on top of it.
Yeah, I'd probably just jinxed it. Sorry guys.
Yeah.
that guy on that podcast. But yeah, it was cool. People were watching, and I think it was when the Astros were still playing. I think, how long ago was that? That seems like forever
Yeah.
ago now.
It does.
But I think it was still. I think it was the series before Boston. I think Cleveland. I think it was the last Cleveland game or something like that. But it was just, it was fun. It's more like a party, kind of everybody hanging out and feeling loose.
Yeah.
Especially after a couple beers. It was good. But then inside, people were talking about, I'm sure, very important things, chatting about life and whatever else was going on. But yeah, I want to come eat inside at some point.
You should. It's a different deal. I mean, but it's nice. It's we don't turn tables as fast as you probably do a lot of restaurants, but
Right.
but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because people are just sitting and enjoying. I mean,
Yeah.
you see them talking. They're enjoying, having a good time, and that's good. Yeah.
Great beer. That's one thing to keep in mind when you go to like an establishment like this, a brew pub, like a class. This is a classic brew pub.
Yeah.
Like in every sense, it's not just the licensing here.
Right.
So I guess you do have a brew pub license.
We do, of course, yeah.
But this is a brew pub that actually is a brew pub.
Right.
And it's a little bit different than your typical In-N-Out restaurant.
Yes.
Not In-N-Out, is it where they're not a sponsor. I'm saying you go in, out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yes. Have it in your mind. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit longer. It's just a more relaxed approach. So that's the proper mindset. You're going to have good beer that took a little bit longer than that other beer that you'd have at that other place. And the food, is, took a little bit longer to craft, but all that wait, all that extra time is so worth it. So,
It is. It's good. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite dish?
The Reuben. I love a Reuben.
Yeah.
So that Reuben, just because it's so different. I mean,
We
that's
probably had like a little 3-minute wait. Ordered the food, probably 3-4 minutes later, it was up there.
yeah.
Really?
Super fast.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, then what I said was completely wrong.
Sometimes it might be a little long. Depends on how fast.
Yeah.
The Reuben, that pimento cheeseburger, it was on there and everybody was raving about it, and I just hadn't tried it. And I
Yeah.
thought, well, let me just have it. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
So
That's good. Yeah, and I don't know. It's a good vibe here. It's something about like the brick and the wood. This
Yeah.
makes you feel like this
Old
is
school saloon.
like it's like it's real. Like old like German brew house or kind of. It's just it's there's substance.
that's what we're shooting for.
What I mean, I know you just opened, but what are the plans for I know you hadn't put this much planning into it without thinking further into the future. I'm sure. Whether it's beers or.
I mean, it'll always be beer. Yeah. I mean, we're contemplating taking the one next to us.
Yeah.
It's strictly for venue for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a lot of people want to come and have their parties
Yeah.
and everything, but everybody wants to have a party on a Friday or Saturday or night. Well, we're already packed.
Yeah.
So it's been logistically just kind of an issue. We've tried a couple, but it's tough to say, and even on an outdoor patio to tell people, well, we got a private party coming in at 7, so you can stay, till then, but then we need,
Yeah.
to move out. So just a feel that I didn't like
Yeah.
when I did it. So we've kind of just backed off.
Okay.
People want to, and if you wanted it, at 7, you got to realize we're on a Friday, we open it at 4. So, do you want to really pay for it to hold it? Because you can't ask people to leave. So, yeah, we just kind of backed off. So, we may look at moving over there.
Okay.
And it'll help with storage because we've packed our brewery with stuff, and it was supposed to be for expansion, and now it's full of stuff. So,
Yeah. How is there a size for your brew house or anything that like you don't want to go past? Do you want to stay in that brew pub?
We will be in a brew pub. I mean, we're contemplating putting, which we always had planned to put another brew system in, so we can double brew. And
I like
and
dual
increase
brew
it.
system. Like,
Yeah. Well, you just have the same one. You're here anyway.
But have 2 of them.
Yeah, you have 2 of them. So I mean, you're here for that 7 to 9 hours. You just as well get 2 beers out of it.
Yeah.
And stuff. So we're contemplating on it. I mean, it was always designed to do it, but then again, we got to move stuff out because we've put stuff in where that was supposed to happen. So.
You got somebody with a cot back there living back there?
Yeah.
Look, listen.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you know, we don't distribute. We won't distribute.
Okay.
Our beers will be here.
Okay.
Initially we thought we might, a few restaurants, but I told them, I said, they all wanted us. It's like, until we can find out whether we can supply our
Right.
demand, it would be silly for us to commit to you
Yes.
and stuff. So, and it's been tough. If you see, there's 2 cups there now. Well, one of them's a pumpkin, but so we had a few cups sitting on the taps, because, you find your trends of what's the popular beers. It's tough to really know.
Yeah, I imagine that's probably one of the
It was
toughest
tough, I mean, some of them that we brewed double, were ones that we like and would have thought, but people don't move in. You got your our alt beer, and people don't really know what an alt beer is, so they don't really get in there. It's going to be kind of educating.
Yeah, I love
people.
alt beer.
The brown is a phenomenal beer.
Yes.
and there's just not a lot of browns out there, so people don't understand what a brown is.
Yeah.
Those beers are just full of flavor.
Yeah, they are.
You
They
know,
go
so
great
some
with
of them,
food.
we double up on the Dunkel is, obviously we knew it'd be a big hit, and it is. So it's you try to stay up, but I mean the Hefeweizen, that was it's been just a major seller. The blonde, I mean we've brewed the blonde 3 times and 2 times, and we ran out, and we got 2 more that we just double brewed on it, just to try to keep up, and it'll probably, it's already off, yeah. So you see, so with all of that we pumped into it, that's a big seller. So
You should just serve people the brown and tell them it's the blonde.
that's it. Yeah.
She missed her appointment at the hair salon.
Yeah,
It's fine. It's
that's
her
it.
natural color.
Yeah, there you go.
Just try it.
So
You like it? Okay. Because that's the thing. Especially, like, I don't disparage. I don't know, but a place like Tomball, where maybe it's not, you go into Houston proper, and people are a little more into the nerdy craft beer side. Out here, it's, you got time for all that. People are, working and going to whatever. Not the people, anyway. You know what I'm saying, right?
Sure. Well, when I was supposed to drive Magnolia to get craft beer,
Yeah.
they didn't have one. They didn't have.
That's true. Yeah, there's,
didn't
right.
exist
So maybe they didn't have the
2 months.
time to really dig in and, understand. Like a lot of the common misconception is, I don't want anything. I don't like dark beers.
Yes.
They think.
You're educating them.
yes.
Yeah, this is just as much. I would imagine.
Yeah. The area.
Yes, but more so now than it will be maybe in a few years. But forever, it's probably a big part of its education. But people always throw out that I don't like dark beers.
Yeah.
Dark
a
beers are
philosophy.
all over
Yeah,
the
that's
map.
a Guinness. It's thick and
Yeah.
yeah.
But those like brown ales, like they go so great with like a burger or like the porter with the Reuben. I mean, you can't. That sings, when you put those together. Fantastic. So, I would say just slip them on brown and see if it's dirty blonde.
Yeah, that's a dirty blonde.
Or move half and half. There we go.
That's it.
I don't know.
We played with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite blend
Well,
that you've done so far?
I mean, we've tried the porter with the blonde and the cream ale and stuff. So
Were you able to make them separate?
it's tough. It really is.
I've
it's
tried
it's
that
not
before.
as easy. Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks. So
You have to have one of those.
you gotta have a little spoon, but even then,
People are like, "What are you?
tough,
Are you on heroin? What are you doing here?"
Yeah.
No, I'm
yeah,
not.
Yeah.
Well, this is great. Okay, so apologies to everybody. I got here late, and Bruce is, well, like you said, he's a busy man. You're a busy man. What is the thing that takes up most of your time with all? Is it?
Oh gosh, I spend way too much time here. I mean, I have my own business, so
So this isn't your full time.
No,
everything.
none of us are full time here. So
See, that blows my mind.
Yeah.
The fact that all of this and it's not. So you're still working. Like, is there?
we all still do our own jobs, yeah.
Okay.
And stuff. So, I mean, I do IT work. I'm self-employed, so I just, which is a great thing, but it's also a bad thing because I'm here, and then
Yeah.
it's like 12, 1 o'clock, and I haven't left, and so it's like, wow, I really need to go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to be your own
Pay some bills. so.
taskmaster.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
so.
Well, I don't want to keep you too much longer. You're open. Tuesdays are the one day that you're closed.
We are closed Tuesday.
But every other day open?
Every day. Yeah, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays are 11 to 9.
Mhm.
Friday and Saturday, 11 to 11. So.
Yeah, excellent. And with the weather like it is now, it's not blazing hot, the patio is calling everybody's
Yes.
name listening
Yeah.
to the show.
That patio is always pretty much it gets very well packed
Yeah.
in the evening when.
Well, we got football on Sundays, well, Saturdays too. You got all the screens around. So any game you're wanting to watch, it's on up here. When I was here, I guess it was a Saturday. Maybe the Texans weren't on. It was A&M was playing. whoever they were playing. Yeah, Nebraska was probably losing to somebody. Schomburg, he's a Nebraska fan. Although you almost, you're very close to almost beating
We
Ohio
totally
State.
almost beat that team. That counts.
It should count. That's a moral victory, right? So everybody come check out Fire Ant and come try the delicious beers and the delicious food and the awesome atmosphere. And is there anything else we need to tell people to come do?
Oh, man, just come and enjoy. Yeah.
Come tell Bruce, hey.
I have a feeling you're not going to have a second
look
job
for me.
much longer.
Yeah. Well,
Is
it's,
that
2 months and it's going crazy, I'm sure, right?
it's been crazy.
Yeah.
It has been crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, congratulations on all the work that went into getting this together. And I mean, because it literally, like, to literally watch the hard work go down, they videoed most of it. Schomburg, I don't know if you.
I haven't
Facebook.
liked them yet.
It's all on Facebook.
Awesome.
You can go back and watch. Like, whoa! Like I got tired. Like I was like, man, that's a lot of work.
It's exhausting. And another job.
Yes.
Oh,
Crazy.
yeah. It was, you go to work and you come here and you work
Wow.
in the evening this place in here was a workshop.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, I mean, it's building all these tables. We had dust and sanding. It got to the point where I was almost ready to just, let's just put the sawdust on the floor, have the peanuts and throw them
There you
because it was a mess. Oh, my gosh. It took a little while to get all the dust off.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was crazy. So,
well, you did a good job. I mean, that goes without saying, but it's remarkable. And how often do y'all brew? Is it?
well, I mean, initially it was planned to do 3 a week, but it's probably pushing to 4 just
Okay.
and we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, the first month it was crazy, and second month it's getting a little more. So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, so.
yeah, you picked a great spot, and
Yeah.
Tomball needs to be proud of this. And if you're in Tomball and you're hearing this at some point and you haven't been here, get out here. And if you're not in Tomball, get to Tomball.
that's it.
It's right in the middle of
Come out.
everything.
It
Yeah.
doesn't take long. You can get here from anywhere
That's true.
pretty quick.
All roads lead to Tomball.
That's right.
I have to say this since we're talking about Tomball. My mother-in-law started dating my father-in-law when they were in like 7th grade. But before that, she dated a guy named Tomball.
Yeah, yeah.
In Tomball?
No, they were actually in Spring or
Yeah.
Conroe
Yeah.
area. But his name was Tomball.
There you go. Who knew?
She did, apparently. All right. Well, for Bruce and the whole gang here at Fire Ant, he's got to get to work, and we're going to just gawk at everything, I guess, and All right. Fire Ant Brewing here in Tomball, down in the heart on Cherry Street, 2920.
Market Street, yeah.
Market Street. 99 will get you here. 2920 will get you here. 249 will get you here. So do that.
That's
Come
it.
here.
Come
All
out.
Wednesday through Monday.
That's it.
All right. Well, they'll see you, I hope, and drink that delicious beer.
There you go.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. For Schomburg, for TD Mike, good job today. For Bruce and the whole gang here at Fire Ant, I'm Josh. This is InterBrews.
The preceding has been a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Hey, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode of InterBrews. If you did, hey, show us some support. Go to our Patreon page. Become a Patreon supporter. And there's exclusive interviews and episodes just for you. If you do that, if you've enjoyed the show, get a little more. And help us go on for another 7 years. It's been 7 years. We want to go on for 7 more. I guess. That's a long time. 14 years for a podcast. Has anybody done that? I don't think so. Anyway, show your support if you'd like. We really appreciate it a ton. And exclusive shows. So thank you in advance. And we'll see you next episode of InterBrews.